What's going on, guys? My name is Jake, and welcome back to Gax Views, and welcome to a new movie review. It's a Wednesday. I know, Netflix dropped a movie today. Brand new Netflix film called The Devil All the Time. A pretty big film that did come out today, too. Before we get started, I want you guys in that comment section below. Have you heard of this film? Are you looking forward to checking it out? Have you read the book that it's based off of? And will you be watching it this weekend? Let's get started about it. So, a young man is devoted to protecting his loved ones in a town full of corruption and sinister characters. And right off the bat, just hearing that alone, you might think, okay, where is this film going? It's a psychological thriller, but one that is very, very bleak. And I say that roughly because this is a film that is not for anyone. Not for everybody. I can see a ton of people disliking this thing just because of its tone is very excessively grim at times and very overly violent. But there's a point to it. And I'll get to that in just a sec. I want to talk about the performances and these cast of characters because this is really all I knew coming into it. And I feel like a lot of people are going to come into this film just knowing this cast of characters and be expecting this fast-moving, rompous time. And you got to kind of temper your expectations because this is a very slow-moving film. You have people like Tom Holland, Bill Skarsgård, Jason Clarke, Sebastian Stan, Haley Bennett, Robert Pattinson. Remember that guy from Twilight that everyone keeps saying he's from Twilight, even though we need to stop calling him this because he's done so many brilliant performances outside of that. These are all huge, big-name people in the Hollywood circuit, and a lot of people are going to come into this expecting this to be a really fast-moving paced film. No, it's not. It's a very slow, tepid-paced film, and to a fault at points, but one that I really ended up enjoying. Everyone in this film is great. Tom Holland and Robert Pattinson are the standouts. Tom Holland especially, I'm really proud that he is doing so well, and I'm happy to see him in more performances outside the MCU, give people a bit of a taste of what he can be acting like. He's great in this movie. Robert Pattinson, he's not in the film a lot, but when he is, he really chews up the scenery in this film. And like I mentioned, this is a very slow-paced moving film. I didn't love where it was headed the first hour or so. You kind of have to just stay patient with it and go with it because this is a film that throws you around separate timelines and throws you around separate characters because these are all small characters that build towards the end. And when you get towards that third act, you really do get something special, especially it starts to pick up a bit. But throughout this whole thing is really talking about the themes of corruption and the flaws of a small town in the U.S. in the time this takes place in the 1940s. Just the way that some of the stuff moves and the way the characters are way to get away with some of the stuff. It's just all fascinating to watch. And while I do wish it was a bit more focused and it didn't move around so much, you understand why as the film moves on. And I think that's really exciting because all these characters have blood on their hands and you're not supposed to meant to connect with any of them. And that's kind of the point. And a lot of people have picked out some flaws towards that you can't connect with anyone. And I don't really understand that because you're not supposed to. You're supposed to just look at these characters in their stories and see what kind of assholes they are, really. And just, it makes you sick to your stomach because there is tons of scenes where it is just bleak and violent and you just are sitting there like, oh my God, what am I watching? But it's really strong direction and really strong throughout, and it makes towards the end a really strong movie that has tons of themes to touch upon. And I think that that's really, really brave of the film. And while I didn't love it the whole time, I do think that you have to stick through it. If you're very weak stomached, I don't know if you can sit through this whole thing, but that first hour or so where it's building these characters, building these moments where you understand why they're doing what they're doing, and building towards this moments that really come into fruition in the third act. I think that this is a really good movie and one that's probably going to go under a lot of people's radar this year, but I think it's just well-deserved in general. Didn't love it, but I'm going to give The Devil All the Time a 3.5. Seriously though, let's stop calling Robert Pattinson that guy from Twilight. I'm tired of hearing this. He was in Tenet this year. People need to be excited for Robert Pattinson as Robert Pattinson, the actor, not the Twilight teen heartthrob, because he hasn't been for a while. And I'm excited for mainstream people to stop doing that because he is slowly becoming one of my favorite actors in the market right now. And yeah, that's about does it for this review. I'm excited for you guys. I want you guys in the comment section below. If you have seen it, I want you guys to give me your thoughts on the film because this is going to be a very divisive film and one that I turned around watching the film because I didn't love it at the start and I thought it came out really good, and it's going to be a little gem on Netflix. If you are excited to check this out, check it out this weekend, leave your thoughts, and that about wraps up with this video. If you guys did enjoy it, I want you to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Antebellum review will be coming for you guys on Friday, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.